Morning arrives, not with fanfare, but with quiet consequence. The world stretches awake with its thousand demands, its unpredictable moods, its endless trials, and so do we. Yet before our feet touch the floor, we remember that calm is not given by the day. It is forged by the one who enters it. We do not begin with optimism or expectation. We begin with discipline, with the sharpening of the mind, with the grounding of the soul. For if we do not take command of our inner world upon waking, the world outside will claim it for itself. And so, we walk through 12 principles, 12 pillars that keep us steady when life attempts to break us. Not rules, not doctrines, but reminders of who we must become if we wish to remain unshaken. 1. Guard the gate of the mind. The first battle of the day is internal, not against the world, but against the noise within us. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So we choose our thoughts with intention. We do not allow the fears of yesterday or the anxieties of tomorrow to trespass on this morning. We monitor what enters the mind, the way a guard stands watch at a fortress gate. Not every thought deserves passage. Not every emotion deserves to rise. Calm is the byproduct of inner order, and inner order begins with vigilance. 2. Remember, you are not promised control and choice. There is no clearer truth. The universe does not bend to our preferences. We cannot command outcomes, only actions. We cannot control events, only responses. Epictetus taught that the root of suffering is confusing what belongs to us with what does not. So each morning, we strip away our illusions, our need for certainty, for fairness, for predictability. We accept the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. With this acceptance, calm returns, because nothing can truly disturb the one who seeks to master themselves rather than everything around them. 3. Expect difficulty and disarm. Calm is not the product of an easy life. Calm is the product of preparing for a harsh one. Before stepping into the day, we acknowledge a simple truth. People will disappoint us. Plans will unravel. Obstacles will appear without warning, but foreseen blows strike with less force. Seneca wrote, "The man who anticipates the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." So we do the same. We rehearse adversity not to live in fear, but to weaken fear's grip. What comes today may be heavy, but we will not be surprised. And because we are not surprised, we will not be shaken. To choose virtue over comfort. The world worships comfort, but comfort softens the mind, weakens the spirit, and dulls the will. Calm is not born from indulgence, it's born from strength, and strength is built through choosing virtue over ease. We rise earlier than we want. We do the work we avoid. We confront the emotions we fear. We discipline the impulses that try to master us. A quiet mind is not the reward of a soft life. A quiet mind is the reward of a principled one. 5. Detach from the opinions of others. No one remains calm while chained to the judgments of the crowd. We release ourselves from the weight of being liked, approved, praised, or validated. The world will always have something to say, but its noise has no jurisdiction over our worth unless we grant it permission. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "I have to do what is right. The rest doesn't matter." So we look inward, not outward, for direction. Calm flourishes wherever external opinion holds no power. 6. Master the pulse of emotion. We are not stone. We feel deeply, but emotion is not to be obeyed, is to be understood, examined, questioned. When anger rises, we do not react, we interrogate it. When fear whispers, we do not flee, we observe it. When sadness weighs heavily, we do not drown, we sit with it, without letting it define us. We remember the timeless lesson. Emotions are visitors, not rulers. They pass through. They do not remain, unless we invite them to stay. And in the space between feeling and action, calm is born. 7. Embrace voluntary hardship. Softness creates fragility. Hardship chosen, intentional, controlled creates resilience. We push ourselves into the cold, not because we enjoy discomfort, but because discomfort reveals who we are. We take on challenges not required of us, because adversity in small doses prepares us for adversity in large ones. The one who chooses discomfort is not easily broken. The one who avoids discomfort is not easily calm. 8. Practice presence. Anchor the mind to the moment. An untamed mind lives everywhere except here, in the regrets of the past, in the fantasies of the future, anywhere but in the only place life truly exists. Seneca warned, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." So we pull the mind back to the present, to the breath, to the task, to the step in front of us. Calm cannot exist in scattered time. Calm lives only in the now. 9. Hold death close, not morbidly, But clearly each morning we face the simplest, most liberating truth. We are mortal. We are temporary. We are fragile. Memento mori is not a dark obsession. It is a reminder to waste nothing, not time, not energy, not emotion. The awareness of death sharpens life. It shrinks trivial irritations to their proper size. It dissolves petty frustrations. It clarifies what matters and exposes what does not. Calm grows easily when we see the world through the lens of what is fleeting. 10. Live by reason, not impulse. Impulses are storms, sudden, loud, erratic. Reason is the lighthouse, steady, unwavering, guiding us back to ourselves. We discipline our minds to pause before acting, to question before believing, to choose clarity over compulsion. This is how chaos loses its power. As Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom is not found in doing whatever we feel. Freedom is found in ruling what we feel. Calm is the crown worn by those who govern their own impulses. 11. Serve something greater than yourself. And life centered only on personal comfort will always be unstable. But a life anchored in purpose, in service, in contribution, this is where strength takes root. We don't seek calm only for ourselves. We seek it so we may become steadier for those who rely on us, more patient, more grounded, more courageous. When our life points toward a purpose larger than our emotions lose their power to derail us. 12. Begin each day with an unbreakable inner standard. The world has its chaos, its noise, its temptations and disappointments. But we carry something stronger, an inner standard that does not bend with circumstance. We decide who we will be today before the world tries to decide for us. We set our intentions not as wishes, but as commitments. We enter the day with a quiet confidence. Whatever comes, we will remain the same, not perfect, not emotionless, but disciplined, grounded, unmoved. This is the final truth. Calm is not a mood. Calm is a standard. Calm is a practice. Calm is a way of being. A closing reflection: we do not wake to escape the challenges of life. We wake to confront them with steadiness. We wake to remember that no outward storm can break the one who governs their inner world. We wake to practice the art of living not with fear, not with haste, but with clarity and conviction, every day. We return to these principles not because they are easy, but because they are necessary. Necessary for peace, necessary for strength, necessary for mastery. And as we step into the day, we carry with us the calm that the world cannot give and, therefore, cannot take away.